Hey guys, I'm here for my 4 and 5 week postpartum update. I wrote things down, so hopefully it goes a lot smoother this time than last time. Presley is currently sleeping right now, so I'm trying to get this done as quick as I can, because that's kind of how life is right now, and Patrick's over at his parents' house helping them out because it's Saturday. So, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and jump on in. We're going to start with Presley. If you've been following me, you know that she has reflux, and I talked about that, and the doctor prescribed her medication. Well, the doctor said the medication will either help or make it worse. And I don't know if it's helped because we put her on medication pretty quickly because her symptoms were strictly reflux symptoms is what it seemed like. And she was about 3 weeks old. So at 3 weeks, they're still trying to figure life out. Even now at 5 weeks, she's still trying to figure life out. So she's about to be 6 weeks. And I don't know if it's making it worse or better. So she has her 2-month update coming up. So I'm going to give the medicine until then. So it'll be over a month worth that she's been doing it. And, hey, sweet girl. That's my dog. And then I'll talk to the doctor and see maybe if we take her off for a little bit and just have the medicine on standby at the pharmacist if I need it. And we'll give her a week without it to see how that goes. That's at least what I'd want to do because I would love to not have her on medication. And if it's something they grow out of, how am I going to know she's on medication? You know what I mean? How am I going to know she's growing out of it if she's on medication? Sorry, I'm petting her. She's very... very needy, and the baby's not in my arms, so she wants to be loved on. So Presley is also on vitamin D. If you're strictly breastfeeding, the doctor recommends vitamin D because I guess they don't get enough of it with breast milk. So I didn't really ask questions about that because it can't hurt to give them vitamins. So we're doing that, and sleeping wise, she is, I also wanted to say pacifier helps with reflux. After she's done feeding, if she's awake during the day, I always give her a pacifier because it gets her swallowing, so it helps with that reflux. And at night, I just end up holding her while she sleeps for about 20 minutes before I put her down. But she has witching hours, it's 1 hour of witching, but it'll start anywhere from 6 to 10. And that's her time frame where she is a fussy eater. And I've done some research because she does this thing, it is crazy. And during this, she's no calming her down, no getting Sissy to feed properly. It's a frustrated feed. So she does this my nipple will be there and the boob's there and it's ready, and she'll suck a good latch for about 5 to 6 minutes, and when it hits that mark, she starts crying and arching her back like a reflux baby would. I wonder if it's colic because it's around the same time every night. But she starts doing this and not letting me put the bottle in her mouth or the nipple or not letting me breastfeed her. So that is a reason why I started doing a bottle at night, for a couple of reasons. One, the bottle goes a little faster and she seems to suck down more, so she takes in more and she ends up sleeping longer. We've done on and off, so I've kind of experimented with it. With breastfeeding, she ends up falling asleep. It's so comforting. I tried my damnedest to keep her awake for feedings, even changing her in between switching, and she'll still fall asleep. With the bottle, I can kind of push the nipple in her mouth to get her to suck a little more or to get another ounce in. With my boobs, it's kind of hard to do that because if she's not into feeding, my nipples kind of soften. TMI, but that's how it goes. I can't really shove my boob in her mouth when she's not wanting to feed. So we have been doing a bottle before bed at night, and that also helps me if I want wine. I like that. But I don't do that during the week. Usually I just have wine on the weekends. And then if I do that, I give her probably 2 bottles at night so that I have time for the alcohol to get out of my system. But that has been going a lot better. If I do that, she sleeps for a good solid 3 to 4 hours. It kind of just depends. Sometimes she'll still wake up after an hour and a half. Oh, I hear her crying. So she'll calm herself down. But the hardest part is I don't know if y'all can hear her. I want to see if she'll soothe herself. That's really hard. So I've had trouble with a lot of babies. You can feed them and put them right down and they can be a little fussy, but then they'll put themselves to sleep and soothe themselves. I cannot do that with her because I can't set her down immediately. I have a rock and play, which I love during the day, especially if you have a reflex baby, get the rock and play because it's angled. So during the day, I can feed her and set her down and get some stuff done in the rock and play. But I don't want her to sleep in that because I have heard that it can cause like some skull disforming and like misshape the head since it's still growing and parts of it are very soft. Let me go grab her. So parts of her head are really soft, so I heard that the rock and play can disform heads, so I don't want her to sleep in that at night. And not to mention, that'll make it harder to get her out of that. Aiden, when he was little, loved sleeping in the swing, and I just remember it being so hard to get him out of the swing. So I don't want to create that habit, but she can't soothe herself to sleep because I can't put her down immediately, so she's still used to falling asleep in my arms, that it makes it very difficult. So the key to how I've been fixing that is to putting her down after I feed during the day in that rock and play. And letting her fuss a little bit. I don't ever let her get like screaming because she's an infant. But I do let her get fussy. Let's see what else I have. So Aiden has been like fighting a little cold. I have been anal about him bringing in germs. He gets home, he takes a shower, or he'll change his clothes, wash his face, and wash his hands every time he gets home from school. And I would recommend that if you have an infant for any child that you have that may be in school, because the amount of germs that they are exposed to is ridiculous, and it's just healthier. So I know there's good bacteria, but I don't want her exposed to all that school stuff yet. So he does wash his face and hands and change his clothes when he gets home before he touches her. And that has been going well, but he has a little cold right now. And he's struggling with the fact that he can't go near her when he's sick. And he kind of, I feel awful, like I feel bad because usually when he's sick, I'll hold him and I'll love on him and I don't care if I get sick, but because of Sissy over here, I don't want her getting sick. And he doesn't want Sissy getting sick, but he still has trouble understanding, like, if you're like this, that's in her face. Like, you can't do that. So he kind of feels like he's an outcast right now, and I feel awful about it. I really do. It's very hard because I just feel like it's hard for him to understand. It really is hard for him to understand. And I feel bad being like, okay, you can't stick your hands all in her face because you're sick right now. It's very hard. So we are going through that with him. But, and the flu's crazy right now. So that's the last thing I want is her getting the flu because, my gosh, that's so dangerous. I don't want him getting the flu, but I'm not as worried for him getting the flu because he has a good working immune system and she does not. So I have been like almost like terrified that she's going to get sick. And I don't remember having that with Aiden, but I also don't remember like the flu being this bad and stuff like that. To go along with worrying, around 4 weeks, before that, if you're a mom of a newborn, you know, like, sometimes you're like, are they still breathing? Like, and you'll put your hand there in the cradle, or you'll check. And that kind of stopped around 4 weeks for me. I didn't worry. Oh. I didn't worry quite as much. She might need a feed. I didn't worry quite as much. Okay. Okay. Woohoo! So I didn't worry quite as much. Sorry, she's feeding if you can hear her. She's a loud feeder. But I didn't worry quite as much around the 4-week mark. Is she breathing? Is she okay? But I have been crazy worried about the flu. Another thing that's going on with her is she is almost out of newborn clothes. I'm so sad. I don't know how much she weighs. At our 3-week visit, she weighed 8 pounds, 13 ounces, which is great. I think I said that last time. So if I had to guess, I'd say she's about 10 or 11, and they usually get out of newborn clothes about 10 pounds. So she's growing great. So I'm super happy about that. And she seems great. She started losing her hair. I looked in the Docatot and I was like, oh my gosh, how did dog hair get in this? And I looked a little closer and it was little fine baby hairs. It was so stinking cute, but like she's going bald on the side of her head. So I don't know if she's going to come back with some blonde hair. I kind of hope so. Or she's going to stay kind of brown. So we'll see. But that's kind of all that's going on with Sissy Girl. And now to talk a little bit about me and my 4 and 5 weeks postpartum. My skin is so dry, you guys. Like, so dry. So that's been a huge change, is like, I feel like my skin just feels rough and dry. Putting lotion on my stomach is so weird. It's very weird. It just feels weird, and my stomach feels rough, and it just feels different because before you're putting lotion on a really hard popped out belly. So soft flabby one, not as appealing. For weight loss, I have not lost any weight. To be honest, I haven't been trying to lose weight. So I can't really like be upset about that, because if I'm not trying, then I can't expect results. So I'm still at 145, so I have about 11 or 12 pounds to get my pre-pregnancy weight, and I'd like to lose 20 total to get back down, because I was a little chunky. Like, for me, for my size, I was a little heavier pre-pregnancy. So I'd like to get back down. So 20 pounds is what I want to lose, and I think starting Monday I'll try and start like a regimen or get something going. But my mom was sending me stuff, and she sent me something today. My cravings have been out of control. Not cravings, that's the wrong word. Cravings are like what you had with pregnancy, where like you needed something specific. I don't need something specific. I just need junk food, anything easy. I am more hungry now than I was pregnant, like ravenous. Like, I'm so hungry, and it's like I can't ever be satisfied, which is strange. It's so strange. Like, I know I'm not hungry, but I'm not satisfied. And I told my mom about it. I said, it's so weird. So I'm maintaining weight-wise, but I'm not losing, and we were talking about that. And I know I need to eat better, and I especially need to eat better for her. And I don't eat awful, but like I do snack on junk food. And but I eat proper meals, but I do snack on junk food. And she sent me this article, and I've been doing my own kind of research on it, but this I found very interesting, that you end up eating more or being more hungry because you're sleep deprived. So I thought that was interesting. They say people that get less sleep end up being more overweight. So that to me is just crazy. So that makes sense though. Like, since I have broken sleep and I'm not sleeping more than 3 hours at a time, that I'm snacking on junk food to get by. I'll link the article below so that if you're going through this, you can read it. But, yeah, I thought it was really interesting. Oh, another thing about Presley is she is feeding so strange. Like, that was only 5 minutes, but she's doing it like every hour, hour and a half. So it makes it really frustrating. But I mean, that's another reason why we do the bottle at night, so it's a longer, better feed. But it's still every hour and a half she'll feed without fail. The most she'll go is about 2 hours without feeding when it's breast milk. Or not breast, we're not doing formula, but when it's from the boob. So, I forgot to mention that. Her head control is ridiculous. Look at her bobble. A little bit more about me. And, I'll link the article below. I don't know if I finished saying that, but I'll link the article below so that if you're having the same problem, you can read it and find out why. And it tells you what foods would help with that. I do have like snacks, and I do healthier snacks to like feed on while breastfeeding, but I need to do better about that. I think I need to start meal prepping again. I think that's what I'll do. So dry skin, no weight loss, crazy hungry. Okay, so I haven't been cleared yet. I'll get cleared this coming week. Sorry, she grabs my hair. I'll get cleared this coming week, but I did start playing tennis at 4 weeks, and then I went to practice, and I just hit a little bit. I didn't really run, and then my tennis team called me and was like, can you play, because we're about to forfeit if you can't. I'm like, yeah, I'll play. Ended up being fine and great. It's not like lifting, so it's not quite as strenuous. But I was like sore after, like in the downstairs area. My hoo-ha was like swollen and sore. But it was great, and it felt great, and it was nice getting back out there. So I have started playing tennis again before getting cleared. My bad. But I felt like I was ready, and I've been walking, and well, I haven't been walking, but like I've been doing a lot more. I probably need to walk. So everyone says like you reach 4 weeks and you start feeling better. Where my labia is, where I tore, it was so sore, and I mentioned that before, like so achy, so sore. My stitches actually were gone, but it was just so sore. So I was still dealing with that in week 4. When week 5 hit, that was my best. Like everyone kept saying week 4, I'll feel like a different person. I've heard it from multiple people. For me, it was week 5. I started feeling more like myself, and also my bleeding stopped at the end of week 4, so I bled for a while. I guess all of week 4 I started tapering off, but like I still had to kind of wear a pad for personal feeling. Like I just didn't feel comfortable without one, and it'd just be like tiniest little bit, but still like I wore a panty liner. And I completely stopped that at the end of week 4, beginning of week 5. Like I didn't have to wear one at all, which when that happens, you feel like a whole new woman. It's amazing. So when I do tennis, I still get a little sore and stuff, but it has been better. And it gets better every day from now on. I'm sure it'll get better every day. I am nervous for I am nervous for my 6-week checkup because it's an internal exam. It's an internal exam, and you know, after something like this, like you can't help but be nervous. So I am kind of nervous about that, but I know I'll be fine. But I am nervous. I guess that's it. I feel like there's so much more. I need to get better at writing stuff down. I did finally upload my labor and delivery video. Part 1, part 2 will go up tomorrow, so you'll see those before you see this. And yeah, I don't know. I was so nervous about that. And my husband thinks I should have, you'll see this, so you'll know what I'm talking about by now. But my husband thinks I should have edited the part where he cut the umbilical cord. He says he thinks it showed too much. I did a poll on Instagram, and most everybody said, keep it, like, birth is beautiful. I agree. And I figured people who watch it, like, they're going to be the ones who don't care. So I did leave it. There was a lot, like, my mother-in-law got all up in there. So there was a lot I did not show. I was almost hoping that when Presley came out, she would be back here so that you would just see her come up on my chest. But she was, like, right there. So I can't show that. But she did get the area of the umbilical cord, and this, like, the stirrup, like the where you put your foot, is covering everything. So I thought that was a good clip to put in there. So I hope y'all ended up enjoying that. I'm going to upload part 1, part 2, and then I'm going to upload the whole thing as a whole, just because I want that for me. I didn't like breaking it up, but I figured someone would not want to sit there and watch an hour long of it. So I'm going to post the hour long of it just for me personally. I say a lot. I do. I say a lot. I was taught not to do that during a speech class, so I should know, but sorry, that's really hard. So I guess that's it, you guys. I'm not going to show my stomach because there's nothing that's changed, just because I haven't lost weight. So this is the promise I'm going to make to you guys and to myself. I'm going to start trying to lose weight and get back into it, especially since I'll be cleared in 3 days, hopefully. So I'll start showing my stomach, and my postpartum updates will be about weight loss and how I'm dealing with that. The postpartum blues are gone, but I do have my days, so I'm sure I'll still flip-flop. Oh, something else that I meant to tell was I have been getting, like, hot flashes, like feverish hot flashes, and nausea, like waves of a hot flash and nausea all at once, and I thought I was getting sick, and then it went away, like, in a half an hour. So, that's my hormones changing and trying to regulate and stuff like that. So if you're getting that, it's your hormones just trying to level out. But yeah, I've been getting that, and I talked to my mom. She's like, yeah, it's your hormones. I'm like, this is crazy. Like, I feel like I'm sick. Like, it feels like you're getting sick. So, but it's been going on random times over 2 weeks. So I know it is not a sickness, because I would have hit by now. But I am still taking my prenatals, and I take immunity boosters, so hopefully we don't get the flu in our house, but I hope you guys all stay safe and away from the flu. I wonder if it's everywhere. We're in Georgia, so it's pretty bad here. I don't know. I wonder if it's everywhere. I'm gathering it is, but I don't pay attention, so anyways, it's winter time. I hope you and your family stay safe. And until next time, I will see you guys for my next update. Bye. Oh. Please don't spit up on me. I don't have a burp cloth. Maybe we should stay here for a minute. Show everybody the head control. Show everybody the head control. Look at that. You say hi to the camera? No? You sinking down? Look. Say hi. Hi. Say hi. Oh, say hi. Oh, you're so cute. You're so cute. Hi. Look at that. Is that you? Is that you? Wow. Wow. She had on a cuter outfit, but she pooped on it. Say wow. I'm so much more alert now. Oh. She likes the light outside. Oh, she started following Patrick with her face all the time. It's so cute. I'll try and get that on camera. Say, wow, hi. All right. Can we move ya?